Mirrors and smoke, hit it with a fresh coat. If the shit floats, running through the main line. Sugar sweet with a bitter beat. Strip the pain, give the spring, your brain remains no blind.
Hey, it's Josh from Northlane here. I'm going to take you through the guitars that I'm playing on the road today. My tech Petrol's been hard working on them and doing all the restrings and whatever for the show tonight at the Hammersmith Apollo, and it's shaping up to be great. Generally I take 6 guitars on the road. I've got 3 tunings and a spare for each tuning. The first 2 that I have here are my 29.5-inch scale ones that I play in a low D sharp tuning. So there's this just black one, it's my spare. This is the guitar that most of the Obsidian album was recorded on. Like all of my guitars, it's got a Impulse humbucker in the bridge from Bare Knuckle, my signature set, Impulse single coil in the neck, Evertune bridge, dual volume with a 3-way setup, which gives you 4 tonal options. If you roll back the neck pickup in the middle position, you get the inner coil of the bridge. This one I never thought I was going to receive. It was collected by the wrong courier and went missing for about 6 months, and we thought it was gone forever. But it's just the same specs as the other one. A couple things I forgot to mention is it has a rich light fretboard, which is really cool, glow in the dark side dots and hip shot tuners. But this one's got a red to orange crackle finish, which is pretty striking, and I play this one live every night. Absolutely love it. So this one here is the prototype of my new signature model, which is out, available to buy now. This is the one that I was sent when all the specs were nailed down as a production sample, and it was absolutely perfect. So we hit go on it, and it's been very popular. It's made in Korea. Honestly, just as stable as my other guitars that I have here, which are all USA ones. It's still fantastic. Has a obviously neck through construction, 27-inch scale, Evertune bridge. Comes stock with my signature bare knuckle pickups. Has Jackson locking tuners, which are honestly just fine. Tilt back Fender style headstock, which is the first time it's ever been offered on a production model, and comes in this stunning finish that we call aquamarine. And I'll get to the finish in a little bit, but it's also got glow in the dark side dots like all the other ones that I play live. Has reinforcement rods in the neck, caramelized maple neck through, and it is a single piece of quarter sawn, which is my preference too. Yeah, I absolutely love this guitar. I play a couple of songs on it every night and always sounds great. Never had an issue. There's another one of my mains, and this is one of the guitars that my signature model is based on. So my signature model is a hybrid of this guitar and this one here, which I'll get to in a second. But this is the guitar that I had made and kind of realized that the general specs that I come to go for my most of the tunings that I use in the 27-inch scale, I kind of got the body shape right for what I found most comfortable. So it's a soloist body shape. Obviously got tilt back Fender headstock with a huge chunk of paint missing now. I don't actually know how that happens. It happened about 2 weeks ago in Germany. I was getting pretty enthusiastic on the stage, and I think I smacked it against the floor or something, and yeah, now it's got a huge ugly chip in it, so I'm sorry to the guys in the custom shop that worked so hard on it. But yeah, I started off playing the B7 shape, but I found this soloist shape a little more comfortable for me. 27-inch scale. It's got like a flamed maple roasted neck through, which is pretty sick. Bit of a darker color than my signature one, and quarter sawn as well. Neck on this one's a little thinner. I think the thicker necks sound slightly better, but it's got a slightly different cutaway on the back. You can see there a sticker from my favourite restaurant, which is Smith and Daughters in Melbourne. If you know, you know. My bare knuckle impulse pickups as well. Big difference between this one and the signature model that I have, that is a change that I wish I put on this guitar, is it has the truss rod adjustment up here behind the nut, whereas my signature model has one down here at the bottom of the fretboard, which is honestly way better because you're not going to strip the end of the rod and have to pull that out, which is quite an exercise. But this one's great. It's another one of my main guitars, obviously Evertune bridge as well, and yeah, it sounds great. I forgot to mention as well, all my guitars are older in the wings, or for the one that's a bolt-on, it's an older body. That's just what I like, and it, you know, with these pickups and the scale length, it all just works pretty well. So this guitar here is one of my spares, and it's probably, well, it's the one that I've got here that I've owned the longest. It's a B7 bolt-on, the only bolt-on that I have that I actually like. It started its life this colour, oiled all over. It's not actually a roasted neck, it's the whole thing was stained like a tiger sort of colour, and I put an Evertune bridge in it. I filled in the neck pickup and routed it for a single. This guitar was the test bed for me to develop my signature pickups out of. I've toured it for the better part of a decade, and it has the neck on it that we profiled for my signature as well. So it's, yeah, B7, and I had it sprayed this colour, which was the inspiration for this guitar. So the colour comes from a 1960s Strat where the clear coat is yellowed a bit, goes a bit of a darker seafoam colour, and it's what we used the swatch of for this. And then when Jackson got in touch and they said they wanted to do the signature model, they told me it just had to be that colour, and it was something that I was totally on board with because I love it. It's quite striking. Baby blue over here was the first custom shop guitar I got from Jackson, so it's a B7 as well, but you can see it's a neck through. This guitar, it's got like a chunkier neck than the other 27-inch scale ones, which is pretty cool. They obviously all have the same radius, which is 12 to 16 inch. And this one was built from the ground up to my spec. It was the first time I'd been afforded that as an artist, and this guitar's been through the wars as well. The only reason I'm not playing it as my main every night is because I'm using my signature instead, but these sit in the same tuning, and this one's a bit brighter sounding, a little bit more aggressive, but I think my signature model definitely kind of sits in the mix a bit better. But yeah, just like all the other, well, all of these three, it's 27-inch scale, neck through, older wings. This one has a small maple cap on it as well, Evertune bridge, impulse pickups, and hip shot locking tuners, and obviously the truss rod adjustment up here. Yeah, it's all the guitars I got on the road.